6 USY, Delta Mike 06.
Station Kilo Golf 6, Quebec Hotel Kilo on frequency.
WA6AJ, A6S.
A6S, WA6AJ.
I hear you. You're loud and clear on here. WA6AJ, A6S.
Yep, just walked back in here. I'm out looking for something.
Yeah, if your place is as bad as mine, you won't find it.
Well, especially at night.
Where are you pointed?
North.
Okay, that's why you're only about 10 over.
I've got some of this weird speaker cloth you gave me probably 15, 20 years ago. I don't remember. It's a heavy woven light tan cloth.
Now, where are you going to put that?
I'm going to stick it in this Hammerlin speaker. It's nice and strong. It won't sag or anything.
No, that's good.
Yeah, I think you put it on one of the consoles. I don't know if it's the one I had or the one I have or the one you might have had. I don't remember.
The only stuff I remember using is on that Hammerlin I've got that's got those little blue spikes in it, little traces of blue and something else in it on the SP-150.
No, this is pretty much plain.
Is it real heavy?
Yeah, it's real heavy. It's you could kind of see through it, but it's a real heavy weave. It feels like it's stiff.
It's not in your Philharmonic, is it? That one I had?
It could be. Since I'm out here, I didn't even think about looking until we talked about it.
Yeah, it might be in the Philharmonic. I remember using that stuff one time. It's really easy to put on because it doesn't sag.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just started marking it, and I'm gonna get the soldering iron and burn 4 holes through it for the speaker, and it's going to look okay. It's kind of the same light color that the original had in there.
About the same vintage, too. That stuff is old.
How old is old?
No, 30 years old.
Well, that's pretty old.
It's a fur piece back.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough left to do a console. There's definitely a smaller, maybe a smaller console. I'm not sure. I just cut a square out of the roll.
Okay. Well, I asked Robert. He's got time tomorrow. He's got a bunch of stuff to do. He may swing by and help me throw this Henry amp back up on the shelf.
Is that the HF one?
Yeah, the HF.
Okay.
K6USY.
K6USY. AA6S, loud and clear in Vizsla, number 800.
Very good, Bill. Yeah, I was kind of down in your neck of the woods today. I had to go to London and Rosie.
Oh, Rosie, huh? Well, at least you didn't have to go to Slicer. That's worse. Cutler is worse than a Rosie.
Ain't that the truth?
One time we were in business, this lady said she moved from Cutler to a Rosie because it got too dangerous in Cutler. I thought to myself, I didn't want to be in either place. WB6ISO, AA6S. Okie doke, number 800, check me in there. WB6ISO, Dennis, you're not real strong tonight for your Q5. WB6ISO, AA6S.
Yeah, I can hear you. Put me down just a wee bit, but I just want to check in and take it even. I will be monitoring you.
Yeah, I put the headphones on. You're rock solid. With my hearing aids on the speaker, it's a lot better with my earphones on. Dennis, go ahead. Okie doke. Somebody here will pick you up there, because you got a decent signal here. WB6ISO, AA6S. I got you.
Thank you very much. I will be sticking around and we have a problem. You don't need to check the ones I got here. Check some of that time.
QSL, WB6ISO, AA6S. Anyway, Aaron, check in WB6ISO if I forget.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be around later, but roger, roger.
Yeah, I brought my antenna back down. It made you go weak. I bumped it over to the west a little bit. Anyway, I'll stand by here.
Where's Mikey?
Where's Mikey? I don't know.
No, 971. Well, Dave, we better wait for Mike.
He's not here, huh?
Not time yet.
Yes, it is.
Now it is.
20 seconds.
Your clock is slow.
That probably is.
Good luck holding him to the time.
My whole body is slow.
Hi, Darryl.
Kilo Golf 6, Quebec Hotel Kilo 1190.
Hey, hello. Don't check in yet. Mike's not here.
Ah, okay. Patience is a virtue.
7-Eleven. I am getting a list going.
Okay. Well, Rob's not here either.
That's why I'm getting a list going.
Okay.
Give Mikey time to eat his T-bone steak.
Well, yeah, of course.
7-2.
Hi, John.
7-2.
Good evening, Frank. How you doing, man?
I'm alive. Getting wet, but I'm alive.
Sound good as I tell you.
You'd be sick.
You've been out there tramping around in the mud, haven't you, Frank?
Yes, sir. Tramping around in the mud. Guy's got to have some antennas, and if rain time's the only time he's got time to do it, that's when he works on them high.
Just don't get pneumonia working on them.
Yeah, exactly.
How's getting up and down your driveway, Frank?
The driveway holds up just fine, but when we get rain like we've had today, I could get up and down it if I had to. I mean, if I really, really had to, I would, but I just avoid it. I make my schedule so that when I think it's going to rain a lot like this, I don't have to leave. And so the driveway's still there. It works good. It's pretty snotty right now just because it's so steep and it gets slippery. And the hardest part is going down it and skidding.
Yeah, I thought about that when you were putting it in.
Contact.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, Frank, KG6QHK, John down here in Clovis. Yeah, I've got you S9 plus 40 on this radio now with the beam pointed at you.
Doesn't surprise me, and that's only running 100 watts. You're a solid S. I could probably peek that up. I'm not really pointed at you, but you're just a solid Q5 copy as well, John.
Ah, fantastic. Good copy, good copy.
Yeah, give me some more chatter, John.
Chatter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, KG6, Queen Hotel Kilo, coming at you from Clovis, California.
Here's your Bozo number, John.
Mike, 1190.
Got it. Good evening. Couldn't remember whether it was 1190 or 1191. Very good. Sorry I'm late, guys. I just got ready to walk out the door, and Judy was just taking the last bite of dinner. and it got stuck halfway down, and she went through a bunch of convulsions and had trouble breathing for a few minutes, so I didn't feel comfortable coming in here. Over.
Bumped your VFO, Mike.
I fixed it.
Never mind. Go ahead, John.
711, in and out. Toward the
982's here.
KG6 USS, hello.
Mike, I got the VFO. You're good.
971's here. KK6ZKE.
Gotcha. Good evening, Terry. Good evening, Daryl. Good evening, Dave. Got everybody written in here. I'm just getting the heater a little bit over closer to me here. I didn't bring Judy out. It's raining, and it's cold, so I thought just have her stay in since she wasn't feeling good anyway. We took a ride into town today, and she didn't tell me, but she was getting car sick in the car, so she didn't vomit, but she was having vomit convulsions. And it sort of left over in the dinner time, and she had one swallow, went down, and it wouldn't go down.
Well, that sounds like more than car sick.
This was later. This was tonight at dinner, but she thought it might be a leftover from the convulsions in the car. Over.
I don't know. Maybe, but she might have a bug. There is something going around, according to Dr. Dan.
I'm sorry, you're talking too fast. I didn't get it.
I said she might have a bug. There is something going around, according to Dr. Dan.
Oh, bug of what? She's not sick.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
AA6S800.
Yeah, good evening, Bill.
Good evening, Mikey, and also check in WB6ISO. I talked to him earlier.
KG6 USS, Bozo 831.
WA6AJ727.
California, anybody copy us in the...
Yes, we do, John. John, we hear you. KG6 USS, K6 MYC, Delta Mike 07, Bozo 47, over.
Hey, how you doing, Mike? Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think you guys were out there tonight.
Oh yeah, we're here. I was just a little late. I got just in here just a few minutes too late, John. But you're sounding good. A lot of fellows will probably call you. So stand by and make a call up this way, John. Go ahead.
Very well. Hey, Mike. All right, KG6 USS, Bozo 831 out here in the high desert looking for check-ins for the Sunday or Wednesday night, Southern California Bozo Net 831. Hello.
Kilo 6 Mike, Italy, number 711.
Copy the 711. How you doing tonight?
Oh, very good. Nice signal tonight.
KM6SRR, number 432.
Hey, 432. How you doing, Rob?
Doing fine, John. I've been monitoring here, so I got most of the guys written down, over.
Roger that. I got a 711 there, but I know there's a couple others that came in, but I wasn't able to get them.
Hey, Bill, you can talk to John, can't you?
Yeah, Roger. Able 6 Sugar, John, AA6S, number 800. Go ahead, John, over.
Okay, I didn't catch your call. What was that number?
Able 6 Sugar, AA6S, 800 in Visalia. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, boy, you got a good, strong signal in here tonight from Visalia 800. Thanks for checking in.
QSL. Take care, John. I'm going to stand by.
Hey, Frank, can you make copy with him?
I can copy, but I'm not running the amp. He won't hear me.
Check in off the Central Coast, or Central Valley there. This is KG6 USS, Bozo 831, looking for check-ins for the Wednesday night Southern California check-ins. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
KG6 USS, WA6AAJ727, over.
Okay, 727 got you in there. What's your QTH out there? I don't remember ever calling you there.
We're at Clovis. Clovis, over.
Yeah, very good, Clovis. I used to run up and down 99 when I was trucking and stuff, and went through all those areas. That's awesome. Brings back a lot of memories. All right, 727, thanks a lot.
Thank you. WA6AJ, back to Mike.
Okay, somebody, I think Bill, you gave me another check-in, Bill, and I didn't get it written down in time. Who was it that you had talked to earlier?
WB6ISO. He said he may check in later, but he didn't know if he would. WB6ISO.
Okay, yeah, I wrote it down. I didn't remember who it was because it's so out of order. I got it.
Yeah, it was Dennis there in Northern Cal.
Got it. All right, thanks. Anybody else for John down in Southern California before we go away? K6MYC.
KE6VON 1040.
KG6USS Bozo 831. Looking for check-ins for the Wednesday night Bozo Net out of Central California for the Southern California Net. Anybody want to check in? Last call.
I hear you, Adam. Stand by. Okay, we have other local check-ins. I think that's all there is for you, John. Good evening to you. K6MYC 73.
All right, Mike, hey, thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. We'll catch you next time around on Sunday night. KG6USS Bozo 831. We're back to our net control in Southern California.
Okay, over to you, Adam, KE6VON. On your swing shift off-duty time. How are you? KE6 Victor Ocean November 1091. No, what was it? 1090 K6MYC 1040. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 1040. You got it. I'll just try to get some stuff done here before I go back to work tomorrow. So, yeah, came up, finished up a couple quick things, trying to find a box of parts that came the other day, and I don't know where I misplaced them, but then I got to go and get the kids ready for bed. So, but other than that, I have no traffic. Enjoying the rain.
Well, I can't call it rain, but it's called drizzle, man. It's been drizzling all day. It's just it doesn't want to get on with the program. Over.
Yeah, but it's over a half inch of drizzle. I'm not going to complain about that.
It's raining pretty good down here today. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
I drove in it all day too. KJ6TYO 1009.
Yeah, it's been intermittent. It comes in a drizzle, and then it comes down hard, and then it drizzles, and then it's hard, and it's just barely spitting out there right now.
Some radio was making a really weird noise.
I heard that.
I heard it too. Hiccups.
Looked really funky on the spectrum scope. Anyways, K6USY.
Okay, good evening, Aaron. We got you here. Everything's fine. I'm just keeping up with it here. And we didn't get a chance to say hello to everybody here. Let me shoot it back to you, Terry, if you're still in the shack there. K6 said KE, K6MYC. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike and everybody. Yeah, I'm still here and still trying to figure out these taxes.
Oh, you're doing taxes? Oh, my goodness. Oh, if you've got any tips, you don't have to pay tax on your tips, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten a tip in my entire life.
I got lots of tips, but I'm not going to follow up on any of those that tell me to shoot myself in the head. Over.
Roger that. I might have got that one. I'm not sure.
Okay. Very good. Good luck with the number crunching.
Roger that.
All right. right, let's see. Dave, I didn't get a chance to get you in here either. K6VBG and then up to Durrell, K6MYC, over. Dave was out to the shack and he's back in the house where it's warm again. Okay, Durrell, it's up to you. KG6 Charlie Echo Fox, go ahead. He's in and out too.
How about me?
Well, how about you, Frank?
Good evening, Mikey. I didn't leave, so I get to talk. Hi. W6BBS 72 DMO7. Good evening, everyone. And just a little rain report here, Mikey. In the last 36 hours, I've had 2.5 inches, and so this drizzle has been adding up. Of course, my drizzle's been that continual, like you said, just that drizzle, misty drizzle, but it picks up and it gets rolling and then it backs off. Nothing huge, but it's been doing pretty good. And for anybody that cares, 17 meters right now is open worldwide. I work 4 or 5 stations in Kazakhstan alone, and then everything in between here and there. So 17's open. That's about all that's going on here, Mikey, and it looks like this is going to continue through tomorrow, and things are pretty sloppy up here. So that's what's going on. K6MYC in the net, W6BBS.
Yeah, okay, very good. Of course, I was in town most of the day. It was a non-eventful day, and I had a training session that I wasn't really enthralled with. Judy learned more, I guess, than I did, and maybe she's going to go ahead and make the changes on the phone and try to then help me get into the voice control thing. But the guy that was training us didn't do voice control. He only had voice over. He could have the thing talk to him, but you have to push the right buttons on the screen to get it to talk to you. And I guess I could do that, but I really want to have it work on command and read things back to me that I want to be read to. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, it was kind of fruitless. We did have a little time frame getting in there. We had Jeff's appointment at 9 o'clock ran along, so he didn't get here. We got in about a half hour late to the appointment, but it was a 2-hour appointment, and we used every bit of it. But we just kept doing the same thing over and over again, and he kept going back to voiceover instead of voice control, which I want anyway. Be that as it may, we did a little tiny bit of shopping and then came home, so that was it for our day. We didn't even go out to lunch. Judy wasn't feeling real good to the trip in. She started to get car sick, and that's what quelled the appetite. So it was kind of a nothing day. And then, of course, once we got here, it was raining. It was 3 o'clock almost, so we just didn't do much of anything. All right, let's see. Is there anybody else in the South San Joaquin Valley here to check in? I'm looking for KB6RQU or anybody down south in that area. N6SWR, K6MYC. Over.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, I don't hear anybody. Just a quick shout out, Mike. W6WYT Paul. I assume you're listening since I just spoke to you a bit ago. So hi to you. And I'm going to give everybody a heads up that you told me you're going to get on the Bozo Net now. I don't know if you recognize the call. That is Paul from Cook's Communications, W6WYT there, Mike. And you've known him for years. And he called me a while ago, and he's been listening to the Bozo Net on the stream. He's kind of excited about it. He likes what we're doing. And I told him, you once got me doing this DX on VHF and UHF, so let's get you back into it. And he said he's going to, so we'll give him a new Bozo number once he gets his antennas up and gets ready to go. Over.
Yeah, very good. Good evening to Paul, if you're listening. I think that's a different call than I knew. That call doesn't ring a bell. Was that his original call? I think that's a call that's come up in the last 3 or 4 years. Over.
Oh, no. He's had that call for years. He's got a repeater up at Meadow Lakes. Cook's Communications over there, just south of the 180 and east of the 99 there. They got the big towers and whatnot. He's the guy that worked there. and he lives out in Madera Ranchos. And he had, at one time, he had your Triple X18 up and your two of your biggest 432s up, and I think a 6M7 up, and was big on that on the UHF and VHF stuff between here and LA and San Diego and whatnot. Over.
Yeah, no, I know Paul. It's a call sign, just didn't ring a bell. W6WYT, but after I say it a few times, it's been so many years. I bet it's been 15 years since I've talked to him on the air or in person, so it's been a long time. That's where that roll of coax came from that we have, that inch and 5/8 Frank, over.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that as a reference, and I knew that. Yeah, we're talking about the same guy exactly. So, yeah, he just out of the blue, I hadn't talked to him in a while. He called me here, about 7 o'clock, and was telling me that he's been listening and that he really likes what we're doing, and he was a little bit confused about your antenna because the antenna would be one direction, and all of a sudden it'd take this big jump and jump off somewhere else. And I told him, well, what's happening there is that's just you rotating it, and then over the delays and everything, you might have it rotated a second or two before we actually see the numbers pop up, and so we see that jump. But that's how to reference it. So, anyways, I'm kind of excited about that. Paul's a good guy, and it'd be good to have him on here. K6MYC W6BBS.
We might have to give him a special number since he's been around so long, like 1200 or something.
Yeah, and now we're going to punish him if he's not listening right now, because when he does come on and call in, I want you to tell him that he can't get a Bozo number, that he's been blackballed by W6BBS.
He won't believe that.
Not for a second. Yeah, you remember, he's my friend that he would call me up and leave me crazy messages on my voicemail like, hey, pumpernickel breadhead, quit working DX and come answer your phone and stuff like that. Anyways, back to net, W6BBS.
Okay, thanks for that, Frank. It'll be exciting to have Paul in here. We lose some and we get some of the old guys to come back in, so that's good. All right, last call up and down the valley, K6MYC Bozo Net. Anybody we haven't connected with or talked with?
KJ6 TYO 1009.
I got you, Ron. Sorry, I wrote you down, but I didn't go back to you and complimented you on your delivery of chicken wings. Over.
They were nice and wet today. Them old windshield wipers were just clucking back and forth all day long.
There you go. Okay, well, good to hear you. And we'll see you, I guess you got 432 over there, so we'll see you on 432 as well, over.
Yeah, you should. You should be able to hear me tomorrow night, and yeah, because I'm going to be out of town Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, yep, I'll probably be on tomorrow night. I'll have to work Friday.
Okay, good. Do you think you'll be back for Sunday night?
No. Driving back home from Idaho, so now I won't make Sunday night.
Okay, no worries. Just so we know that we won't spend our time looking for you. Won't worry about you. Know you're in good hands somewhere. Okay, very good, Ron. Thanks for calling in and reminded me that we had you here. But I had written you down. I just didn't get back to you. We had kind of 3-4 people come in all at once, and I skipped over you there. I think Adam the same way almost. Anyway, good evening to all, and we're going to go toward Tascadero and see if we can roust up Ron there. So here comes the Tascadero.
Hey, Mike, KG6QHK, before you do, the feed does not have the antenna direction graphic up. Is there a delay on that?
Let me take that. No, that computer out there in the barn where he's at right now is down, John, so the antenna feed is not on this screen tonight. It's a technical difficulty that I have to fix when I get down there. W6BBS.
All right, copy that. I'm going to rotate my antenna over toward the southwest to see if I can hear some of these guys.
He's for you probably about 230 or 210. I point to 211 from here for him, but you won't have any trouble hearing him. He puts a huge signal into the whole valley. I'm up kind of behind a mountain for him, so I'm blocked. If I can hear him, everybody hears him in your area, over.
Copy. Good copy. KG6QHK.
Okay, very good. So let me keep rotating then. Oh, well, somebody was doing that for me. Thank you, thank you, Aaron. Okay, W6QUI. W6QUI, Atascadero, okay, 6MYC. Ron, where are you tonight? This is not the second or third Wednesday. Come on. But he's got to be able to get on there. It's not raining. Haha. Guess we're not going to have him. We have two others over there for your information, John QHK. Two others that will be getting on. They've been on and they have poor antenna systems, number one. Number two, one of them is very busy, and he's hardly ever in the shack at this time of night. One of the guys will be on, and you'll hear him easily from where you are. KN6 Echo India Victor, Kilo November 6 Echo India Victor, Eric. He'll be on here probably as summer approaches. He'll get, he's got antennas, and he's had them up and down a couple of times, but with winds and everything and finalizing and things, he wants to put them up in a final configuration. They're having a little trouble finding a good place to place a tower in the property there. Anyway, that's the deal with the Atascadero. We've had as many as 5 in from that area, Paso Robles and down on the coast. Right now we're having trouble keeping everybody together down there. One last call, W6QUI. Ron, where are you? Okay, Santa Cruz, here we come. Santa Cruz for you guys is about 280. Okay, there we are towards Santa Cruz. So let's see who is going to check in and who isn't here. KW6 Sugar or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. K6MYC, over.
KW6S 610.
Oh, you're nice and loud. Good. Good to hear you. We missed you last night, but I guess you went to bed before we got to you.
No, last night, actually, I was on the track of Comoros Island and never made it last night, but I did get them on 20 meters today. But I was trying to get them on 30 meters last night, but I just kept working at it, but never got them.
What's the name of the island? Kerguelen?
Comoros? Comoros? It's between Africa and Madagascar.
Yeah. What's the name of the island again?
I think it's Comoros. It's COMOROS.
Wow, that must be a little tiny island. I've never heard that one, nor have I ever worked it. I worked Madagascar many times.
What's the call sign?
Delta 68 Zulu.
Yeah, that's Delta 68, Mike. You probably worked it at one time. You're just not remembering it.
Now, maybe I worked it and didn't get the name of the island. I don't think I know the name. That's what's bugging me. No worries. Anyway, too bad about that, but keep trying. I'm sure you'll get it. It's not an impossible. What, are you trying to work them on 20 or 40?
Last night I was trying to work them on 30-meter FT8, and I got them today on 20 meters.
Okay, very good. Well, good luck with that. Let's see if Lee is in here. Lee, are you with us tonight, AF6 United?
Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, I am here tonight.
Well, take one.
I I don't really have too much to say. I had to tear the shack apart the other day and put some insulation up on the walls to try and make it a little bit less chilly in here overnight and stuff like that after contesting last weekend. But otherwise, not much to report. I've got pretty much everything back together in a rudimentary style, so just got to keep plugging away at it, and hopefully I'll get that claggy up here before the end of the winter. I'm really working on trying to get that happening. So, K6MYC in the group, AF6 United. Back to you.
Yeah, well, we'll work you with the 3-element. I think you said you had the 3-element up at least currently, and we can work you on that. So we'll look for you there tomorrow night, Lee. Thanks for checking in, and good luck on getting the shack more and more comfortable for yourself there. All right, 7-3, and I'll slide into the Bay Area and keep this thing moving here. Hey, Tom 73, so we'll see you tomorrow night on 432, guys. K6MYC clear with you guys in Santa Cruz and Watsonville, and looking for Bay Area check-ins on 2 meters.
WB6JNN.
Okay, good copy here, Jim. WB6JNN, go ahead. Go ahead, Jim.
Trying to get. I'm only on 25 watts power. I was on 1296 yesterday, so I am trying to get that power back up here. Let's see here.
Okay.
Do it while I'm talking. Well, anyway, you're doing coming through S9 plus, so I think you're probably doing okay with me. Good evening. Pretty much stayed inside, and everybody's got cabin fever here, including the cats. WB6JN has been raining.
Yeah, raining here too. It started this morning early. I don't know, sometime between 4 and 6 in the morning, I think it started. It's been drizzling pretty much all day, sometimes harder than others. But we haven't gotten a whole lot of rain out of it. Frank's gotten a whole bunch more up right there where he is. But anyway, it's been drizzling, so every time you go out, you get hit with some raindrops, but nothing that's going to drench you unless you decide to stay out there for half an hour. Anyway, good evening to you, and you're sounding very strong, even though you're not sure what your power is. It's got a good propagation to east-west tonight anyway. And the Santa Cruz guys are very strong as well, so it goes along with what I'm hearing from you. I don't know if I'll hear Paul in here this night, K6 Whiskey and Sugar. He had his chemo treatment yesterday or the day before, and he's usually under the weather for a couple of days after that, so who knows. Okay. Anyway, good evening to you, Jim, and we'll look for you tomorrow night, of course, on 432. Good to hear you here. Hopefully things are just rolling along, and I think you had a good, nice little outing down to Santa Cruz and all those areas. No, where did you go? You went down Morgan Hill. Yeah, you were down in Morgan Hill and even a little bit beyond that. So that should have brought back some old memories. WB6JNN for your final, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, well, you're 10 over 9, but you drop down to 9 sometimes. But anyway, this is 50 watts, so that might be a little better, but doesn't really matter. The path is good tonight. And yeah, I was down in Hollister as well, that area down there. And I just was driving around, and it's nice to get out of the house for a while. It was a nice day yesterday, actually, so I couldn't complain too much yesterday. And we had some nice weather today, too, but most of the rain. Cats were sort of milling around. Yep, WB6JN.
Okay, very good, Jim. WB6JNN, K6MYC. My cats have been wondering what the hell's going on with this rain. I had 1 or 2 good days, and then all of a sudden they said that wet stuff's coming down outside again. We don't want to go out. So they've been racing up and down the hallways here. You haven't been over to this house, but we got one hallway that from the back garage door, there's a straight shot all the way to the other end of the house until you run into Matt's bedroom. But it's a run of about 70 feet. And boy, they get cooking back and forth on that, and they think it's great because they can stop and slide or do whatever they want. That's how they get their exercise when it's rainy outside. 7-3, Jim. Always great to hear you. WV6JNN, K6MYC, Bozo Net, Bay Area, please. Check-ins.
W6PQL.
There he is. Hi, Jim. The other Jim. W6PQL, go ahead and take one. I'm not going to move the antenna because it's doing fine. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, it's really noisy over here tonight. My gosh, in your direction, I guess I must have a power leak somewhere down in this neighborhood. We have all underground utilities here, but right across the street, it's all overhead. An insane arrangement. An old neighborhood butted up next to a new neighborhood. I guess that happens, but yeah, it's really, things are really singing out there. Anyway, I know I was absent yesterday, but that was because the State of the Union address happened at the same time the net was held. It was a long one. It lasted a couple of hours. I imagine you've probably seen it. I liked it so much I saw it twice. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, well, you had to love it, even when the Democrats didn't love it. They were making complete asses of themselves. Anyway, yeah, it was great. I did see up to the last half hour, and then as soon as we went back into the house, they were replaying it, and we caught that last half hour almost perfectly, so we had 100% coverage, but it was in two pieces. But it was a great collage for 99 minutes. I think he broke a world record with that one. But I think it was entertaining either way. No, we figured that was probably why our count was down. A few people did not check in. We thought we could get you to rip yourself away from the... And we were out here for quite a while. I don't think we went in until... I don't know. And we were out here a good hour, so at least 8:30, maybe later. So it was long over. That's why we kept going. And I went back to the Bay Area and just sat there and rag chewed with the local guys, thinking that I would get somebody else. But no such luck, just two of you. Anyway, good evening for now, and we'll look for you tomorrow, of course, on 432. W6PQL, I'm trying to think if there was something else I was going to add. For your final, K6MYC.
Contact.
Okay, Mike. No, nothing else comes to mind here. If you think of something, we can talk about it tomorrow. You're getting to be like me now. You think of something, walk out the door, get to where you wanted to go, and forgot why you were there. That's happening more and more. 7-3, K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, that's a well-known effect. It's called the portal effect. You walk through a door and you forget why you went into this room from the other room, and as soon as you go back to the other room, you remember why you did that. But you have to go back through the portal, or it won't come back to you, unless it hits you right in the face, or your wife yells at you. You went in there to get the chair. Bring it out, please. Okay. Contact. Go ahead, Frank. Do you hearing Jim okay?
Oh, I hear Jim okay, but I wanted to holler at KW6S, W6BBS. Are you still listening, Tom?
KW6S, are you still here, Tom?
It's not your fault that I can't copy you. I've got a really bad noise level here. The blanker is relatively ineffective on the 9700 for this kind of noise, but you're coming through tonight, just not enough to override the S4 noise level that I have over here. So my regards and good evening. Bye-bye.
I heard that, Mike. You can relay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Jim's hearing, Frank is hearing you, but he was trying to get a hold of Tom for a second. So let me just call Tom. Stand by a second, Jim. Too many names here. KW6S. Tom, are you still listening by chance? Or AF6 United, K6MYC?
Yeah, I'm still here, KW6S. I just had to get the antenna moved back around.
Okay, Frank has a comment for you, so listen carefully for low power W6BBS.
Yeah, hey, Tom, are you hearing me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I know because I've run across you on 160. I am just finishing a QSO, or just finished with Antarctica on 160. If you haven't got them, they're on right now, and we can hear them.
I could certainly use them on 160. I'm on my way. Thanks for the tip. W6BBS, K6MYC, KW6S gone.
You doubled, Frank.
Okay, good evening, Tom. Go get them, and thanks, Mike. W6BBS.
Yeah, good. Hopefully, good luck, Tom. Maybe you can catch Antarctica there. C4 or whatever it is. I was down there, and I can't remember the call.
This station is Delta Papa Zero, Golf Victor, Norway. It's a German weather station or something down there.
Yeah, okay. They're probably not at McMurdo. They're somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah, they're quite a bit, I don't know how you would say it. Well, you'd probably say it north, but if I'm looking at this right, if you're looking at the map on a flat map and you look off the tip of South America and you go straight south, then just to the right of that, there's a big old bay in the ice there, and they're on the right-hand side of that, just on the coast.
Okay. Well, hopefully Tom will catch them there. Very good. Thanks for standing by, Jim. 73s, and we'll listen for others in the Bay Area. We got pretty good propagation to the Bay Area tonight, so hopefully we'll hear everybody that wants to check in here. KW6 PQL and the group K6MYC. Jim's gone. Okay, Bay Area, Bozo Net, 2 meters. Check-ins, please. Over. WA6AXX, K6KLY, AB6SR, KB6BA, WKB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Who am I forgetting? K6 Victor Papa was in here the other night. Well, there's no State of the Union on tonight, so there's no excuse, guys. But they're not going to check in. All right, well, we'll go on up to Oakley then. Oakley is 300 degrees. There's Oakley, give or take. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, you're pointed in the right direction. K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, howdy doody Judy. And let's see, temperature range was 50 on the low and 60 on the high. Cloudy all day. No rain though. And dinner was pork chops and spinach. I think I mentioned the good news about my 1296 amp is due to arrive tomorrow. And more good news is my chief engineer, Gary, is going to come out and help me reinstall the amp, but mainly to repair the 220 feed line problem. We don't know what it is, probably a connector. So, making progress on all the higher bands, N6RO.
Well, that's good news. Doubly because of your 222 comment. I knew the amp was coming back, so that's great. Okay, very fine, Ken, and fine on dinner. We had leftovers, but they were very good. It was chicken from Sam's Club, which was excellent. A big roasted chicken. And some of their salad that was in the same category. Very, very good stuff. Had some broccoli in it and other things. Very, very tasty. And then some asparagus along on the side of it. So it was a very nice dinner. Unfortunately, Judy got to the last swallow of chicken and it stuck. Chicken salad, I guess. It didn't want to go down and she couldn't breathe. It kind of caught her halfway down, and she was struggling to get a good breath. So that's why I was a little late to the net tonight. I stayed in the house until she took some water and got it to finally slide down the rest of the way. So otherwise we're fine, and she recovered. Otherwise I would have stayed in there and made a call to somebody here to try to fill in the gaps here.
the swallowing issue. I have a problem with some of these large capsules, mostly in the, not the prescription drugs I use, but the, what do you call them, supplements. I mean, they get stuck, and not to the point of choking, but I'm getting where I open up the capsules and throw them in a glass of water and get them that way. Anyway, there's a way to get through most everything and 6RO.
Yeah. Well, are they sticking? You haven't got enough juice to get them down, or what? Are they just too big for your throat?
Yeah, I think my throat is shrinking.
Well, I guess that's same with some other things that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah, things get smaller as we get older.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Judy was saying at dinner time, I think she heard somewhere that men's ears and their noses get longer. And I said, yeah, but everything else that we care about gets shorter. That's the worst part.
Yeah, particularly the memory.
Memory. And I was talking about the third leg over.
Okay, enough of that. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, okay. There's something else. Oh, I was going to tell you something. What was it? Just got off the subject there. We were talking about food and dinner and joking and...
KO6DGJ, John, just upgraded his license to general, and he's got a new call sign, W6 Whiskey Zulu Zulu. Is he checked in? Are you there, John? Yeah. Anyway, he's offered to help me with projects over here.
Yeah, no, he said he had a great time over there during the contest weekend, and he also told me Monday night that he had got the new call that was 99 and 9/10%. So we've written the call down, W6WZZ. Nobody wants that one. That's a horrible CW call. So he didn't have any trouble getting a W6 on that one. Yeah, funny stuff.
Well, if he gets into CW, and then he'll get a 1x2.
Yeah, but I don't know. He doesn't even do CW yet, does he?
I don't think so, but, you know, one step at a time. He's only been licensed for a year.
Yeah, no, I know. He's doing really good and moving along very quickly for a new licensee there. That's wonderful.
And he only lives 4 miles from here.
Only 4, huh? You could walk backwards that distance, couldn't you?
Well, it's a 15-minute drive because of all the traffic lights. Anyway, 4:32 in 24 hours.
.432, yeah, 4:32. I think you said 4:52. Had me stumbling there for a second. Maybe I just heard it wrong. Yeah, but there was something else I was going to comment on, and that it's sort of related, sort of maybe 30% important. Oh, for God's sake. Something about your call or the contest or something. The log periodic is up. They found the problem in the log. I don't know if I told you that, but they had mixed up. The phasing lines toward the end of it are just 3/16 rod wire, and they had it looked like it was a crossover, but they didn't get the crossover, so they didn't get the 180-degree phase shift. Once they fixed that, the VSWR curve came in pretty nicely, and they were happy with it. But I haven't had it on the air since because I've been gone. I was gone today, and by the time they got it fixed yesterday, I can't remember what happened, but I guess too many things, and then, of course, the State of the Union speech yesterday and all that. So I didn't play it all, ham radio. I'll get to it tomorrow probably because it looks like it's going to drizzle on us again tomorrow. So we'll try to get some time on the air with the thing. I should go out and crank it up. It's still at 30 feet. But anyway, that's what's going on there. But that's not what I wanted to tell you. 7-3, maybe it'll come back to me. And we'll catch you tomorrow night and maybe relay it. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay. One detail on the 1296 amp that John finally fixed on Monday after I called headquarters. And that got things moving. And all he had to do was replace 2 resistors that control the speed of the relay closer. And 2 resistors. It was a manufacturing default. They had one resistor that was 10 times wrong. It was 22 meg, I think, and it really took 22K or something like that. Anyway, I'll let you know more when I actually get it working, if I do.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, I don't think the comment was about 1296, but it seemed it was ham radio related, but it just won't come up. As I sign with you, it will. All right, see you later. And okay on the resistor value, yeah, that would do it. But that should have showed up before it even shipped out, you would think, unless it was a combination of things that caused that. Anyway, take care. We'll see you tomorrow night on 432 Ken. N6 Radio Oscar Oakley, K6MYC, Central California, going toward Sacramento.
That resistor worked for 2 years, so I'm not really 100% sure we have it solved. Anyway, bye-bye.
Yeah, okay. You doubled with a couple of others. Did I hear you, Dennis?
Yeah, I was going to say hello to Tim there for me, but don't worry, you're in kind of leave with that. You're nice and loud where you're at there.
Well, I'm at 300 degrees, but it's just the band's in good shape tonight. Stand by a second, Dennis. It was somebody else underneath you. Let me see if I can pick them up. I did talk to Gary this evening, by the way, Gary and KE6QR, who normally checks in here same time when I'm pointed toward Ken. He's up in Bodega Bay, and he won't be in tonight, and he won't be in tomorrow, I don't think. He's vacationing up there, and he says the weather up there is beautiful, sunny and warm. Here we are down here drizzling and freezing our butts off. Anyway, let me see. Who was the other station that called in for a check-in here? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, no, Bozo Net, over.
November 5, November Papa Delta 1129.
Okay, you're weak, but I'm not pointed. Well, I should be pretty close to you. You're way down from normal, Brett, but we've got you. Let's see, 1129, is it?
Roger, Roger. Just want to say hello really quick as I'm getting ready to go inside. So, yeah, it rained a lot here today, 3/4 of an inch, and it's cold, so I'm heading inside.
Okay, well, we've got you. Go on inside, get warm, and we'll talk to you maybe tomorrow on 432 there, Brett, 73s. N5 NPD in Newman, K6MYC, 73. Up here should be pretty close, Dennis. We got you checked in already because you talked to Frank or somebody earlier, but you may have some other relays there. WB6ISO, K6MYC.
Yeah, very pleasant evening, Mike. Yeah, I did talk to Rob earlier, and yeah, I told him that I was going to stick around, but I did have some other check-ins, so... And a pleasant good evening to you. Yeah, it's been a little bit colder up here as well. And hello to Julie if she's there, and hopefully she's doing fine.
Well, she had a little swallowing episode just as I was coming out here, so I was a couple minutes late. We were eating chicken and some chicken salad along with it, and for some reason the last swallow didn't go down, got halfway down and froze. The peristaltic wave stopped being a wave. So she was feeling horrible, couldn't get a deep breath, felt horrible with that thing stuck right in her upper chest area. So I stayed with her for 4 or 5 minutes till she took a couple of drinks of water and got the thing down into her stomach and started feeling okay again. But I didn't want to come out here. Otherwise, she's fine. I told her not to come out anyway tonight because it's rainy, it's cold, wet, and I told her to just stay inside, not because of the swallowing problem, but I had not planned on having her out here tonight anyway because it's cold and miserable.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm sorry that. Well, I'm glad she finally got it down, but do tell her hello for me and wish her well, that's for sure. And, yeah, I remember, like I said, I'm always here for fill-ins. I used to fill in for you, when you was gone back east and everything else. I'm still available, so let me know ahead of time if you ever need that kind of help. Anyway, yeah, I will give you some other check-ins that they checked in with me earlier, and if you're ready, I will give them to you 3 at a time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We got the boys in Clear Lake. They're normal 160, and we got 336, and we got 782 break.
Roger.
849, 132, and we got 1101.
Okay, got it.
And I didn't hear from Sean this evening, 233. He might check in with you maybe a little later, but I didn't hear him. But anyway, that's all I got here at the present time. And if Bill K06KD is listening, I do wish to say good evening to him and also John, both of you and gentlemen, if you're listening there. Anyway, we'll get out of the way and let you get the rest of the check-ins. This is WB6ISO Bozo 86.
Okay, very good, Dennis. Thanks much for the list. And we'll keep an ear out. KD6, UBX, K6MYC. Sean, are you there? I don't hear Sean. 233, where are you? KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, 1179, where are you?
KD6 WVL, I'm only listening, 1179.
Yeah, you're waiting too long to check in. You should check in when I'm talking with N6RO because that's the direction where you peak. Anyway, good evening, John. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. I do have it right, 1179, right?
Roger on that. Yeah, you're sounding good. Yeah, you sound good now here, but yeah, you sound a little better when you're pointing towards Oakley.
That's the time to chime in. Don't wait. Just go in. If you cover somebody or somebody covers you, I usually can tell, and I'll stand by. So don't feel obligated to wait for an opening. Just chime in when things are good. Over.
Okay, Mike. Sounds good. Good to check into the net. You all have a good night.
Yeah, and you're very loud now, so I had you in a null over there towards Sacramento. Good evening to you, John. Thank you. And do you have 432?
I do. I've got an HO loop of, 25 feet.
I think we worked you on that the other day, so we'll look for you tomorrow night. Same thing goes there on 432. When you hear me, you got to make noise. Over.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get in with that little thing from 50 watts, but I'll make a better try at it tomorrow. 86 WVL. 7.
Okay, 7-3 for now, and I'll go back towards Sacramento. Here we go. K06KD, I'm somewhere close to you there, Bill. K06KD or WB6GGY, K6MYC. How about KD6 Whiskey, KJ6 Whiskey, no, KJ6, God, I'm having trouble with Daryl's call all of a sudden.
B776, checking in, and hello Dennis and everybody else out there.
Yeah, okay, Bill, let's try it again. We had a little bit of a double going on there. Mike, stand by if you would. Okay, Bill, go ahead. You had a little bit of a double over.
Here, Mike, he was fine when he was pointed everywhere else, but when he points at me, he disappeared.
I got you, Bill. I got you. But anyway, good. I was trying to get Darren's call, and all of a sudden, KJ6KFB, it wouldn't come up. Over.
Oh, well, I have not heard him yet this evening. John's out here, but I haven't heard Darren, so. Okay, anyway, I'll 776, I'll check in and I'll check out. I'll be listening.
Where are you going?
I'm at standby.
Okay, standing by. Very good. Good morning. Good to chat with you this morning for a few minutes. And I'll talk to you tomorrow probably. I should be there. I overslept this morning big time, as you know. I didn't even wake up till a little bit after 9. Judy came in and woke me up and said Billy was looking for me, so I blew the morning pretty bad as far as timing here. But it was so dark because it was raining. That's what happens to me. When it rains and the bedroom stays dark, I don't even know it's morning yet. All right, 7-3, Bill. KO6KD. Phil, are you here? WB6GGY? Oh, Phil. KJ6KFB. Darren?
6HNA 1013.
Okay, hi, Greg. WA6HNA, K6MYC, good evening.
I finally have a horizontal antenna pointed at you. It's not rotatable yet, but at least I've got it up on a stick up on the roof.
Yeah, it's stronger. You got some flutter on you. I'm not sure I'm pointed right at you, but good signal. And fine on the horizontal antenna. Even you've been working in the rain, have you?
Oh no, it's just before the rain hit. So I also put this old Mirage B 3030 and modified it to 1030 with the 10-input attenuator. So I'm actually getting pretty close to 300 watts out finally to you. It was quite a bit down before because I've only got a 10-watt radio driving it. So anyway, so hopefully we're heading in the right direction. I tried to check in last Wednesday, and it was interesting. I was actually hearing you loud on the horizontal, and I couldn't listen to it. So anyway, I couldn't really couldn't tell where it was bouncing off of. But the signal, Bill said that the signal was bouncing for him too, like off of the Sierras or something weird. So anyway, fun with 2 meters. Back to you.
Yeah, okay. Well, I went back and forth on you, so clearly your antenna is not pointed toward me because I could not change the flutter. So the path that your signal is taking is not controlled by my antenna position. You're creating the flutter because you got some direct path and some bounce path, and I just can't change it. I went all the way down to 300 and all the way up to 360, and you peak right here at 330 something. So there you are. Anyway, good to hear you, and we'll look forward to hearing it. The power's helping, of course. That allowed me to copy you over that full 60-degree spread. So that made a big difference. Good, strong signal. Good evening to you, Greg. Thanks much for checking in here. Great to hear you again, and look forward to getting it under rotation. WA6HNA 1013, K6MYC.
Okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, and it will also go up another 20 feet, so it's down lower right now, so that will all help out. Anyway, I'll keep working on this end and make it better for you. K6MYC, WA6HNA. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking me in.
Yeah, okay, good. And I don't hear anything from Phil, which is unusual. He's usually checking in here by now, but maybe he's off doing other things there. Anyway, good evening to you, Greg. WA6HNA, K6MYC clear and looking for KR6MR.
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR Bozo 759, over.
Yeah, good evening, John, 759. I've got you here. Just writing it down. I having a little trouble with my paper. Keeps sliding around on me tonight. Anyway, good signal. You were very strong the other night on 2 meters and not too bad. 1296. We made it. It wasn't spectacular, but we made it. Over.
Yeah, it was nice. You came in pretty strong for a while, but like everything else, you also faded out a little bit.
Yeah, that's what happens when the band's starting to settle in. I think it would be better tonight. 2 meters have been very stable tonight overall, so we can't complain. Anyway, we'll look for you on 432 tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm pointed up toward Reading, and we'll see if we can work the boys up there in Reading. Good evening, John. KR6MR, thanks for sticking around. K6MYC and climbing the stairs as well. Over.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. 73s and have fun with the riding. KR6MR.
Okay. Do you have the stream playing in the background?
Oh, I've got all kinds of stuff. I've got another radio in the background.
Okay, because I can't tell sometimes. When I hear other voices in the background, I'm not sure if it's other people trying to check in or what. No worries. 73 John, KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC, now looking for Redding, Charlie November 80, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, and KO6HS. Go ahead, Rich, if you're there. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC.
Shortwave, number 145 in Reading, over.
I got your 145, but boy, oh boy, is it weak. We're really in a null at the moment here. But hang in there. I got the 145. Let me see if I can pull Jerry through, and then we'll see if this thing will improve. Everybody else was strong, so I don't know what happened on this path. It's way down from where it should be. KO6HS, KO6 Hotel Sugar, K6MYC. Jerry, are you here? Okay, gotcha. And just about the same signal strength as Rich. Very, very, very light. I tried moving the antenna, but I did not get a better peak, so very poor propagation at the moment. It'll probably come roaring up in a minute. Thanks very much for checking in. I wish it was better. Wish we had better copy from you guys. I guess we have to wait for summer or something. KO6HS, and then we'll listen again for Rich, K6MYC. 73, Jerry, 73.
All right, 73, you came up just a little bit there. You're coming up a little bit, so 73, it might not last long. KO6HS, over.
Yeah, it's coming up now. You're starting to build. That whole transmission got stronger with every word, so it was just a deep fade. We caught it at the wrong time there, Jerry, over.
That's what it sounds like, but it hasn't been that impressive at all. So got some bad propagation for the time being, over.
Yeah, well, it's coming up pretty strong now, so it's just long, slow fades is what it boils down to. I think the propagation is there. We just get between layers or something. Anyway, 7-3, and I'll shoot it back to Rich as long as it's on the upswing here. Over to you, Rich, and we got rain all day here. It was a light drizzle. We probably got something between half and 1 inch, but I don't think it was any more than that, even though it rained all day. It was very, very light rain. KD6SW with KO6HS, K6MYC. Go ahead, Rich.
Okay, KD6SW. You were up to about S8 or so, just about up to S9. You're doing pretty good there, and you started to go back down. So it was in the 50s here all day. 51, 52 degrees in my place, and didn't go up to until later this afternoon when I finally got up to 59. So we had a heat wave. Yeah, but no rain so far, but I think we're going to have some more coming in here. Anyway, I hope you copied that okay. It's nice to be able to work some of this stuff. I'm looking forward to summer propagation on 6 meters. KD6SW, KD6 Cold White.
Okay, very good. I missed a little bit in the middle. You took a deep fade, but I heard you the whole way, but I lost copy. And then you came back up at the end. Fine on 6 meters. We're all waiting for summer. I'm not a winter time guy anyway. I mean, we need the rain, no question. We need the rain, and I'm willing to put up with it to get lots of rain. But I'm just not a cold weather guy anymore. I like to be outside working in the yard, and you can't do it when things are all cold and drippy wet. 7-3. And we'll see you Sunday night, guys. KD6SW 73, and Rich, Jerry 73 to you, K6MYC. Bye-bye.
WB6JNP.
884.
Who was the other one? I got you, Dane. Who was the other one?
Golf Yankee 884.
Well, there you are, Golf Yankee. Okay, I was just talking to Greg. Did he call you?
Nope, not yet anyway.
But I'm working in the background.
He's working in the background, all right.
Okay, I got Golf Yankee. Somebody else was very loud. Who was the other one?
Oh, it was H&A. I was just giving Phil a hard time.
Okay, yeah, H&A. We got you. Very good, Greg. I knew that was you. I just thought I heard another voice in there, but I'm struggling to keep track of who I've written down and who I haven't here because I can't read what I wrote down. I probably got 2 or 3 of these numbers twice or 3 times here tonight. As people come and go with the fades and all. Good evening to you, Phil. Good to have you this morning, and we'll look for you tomorrow morning. WB6GGY, K6MYC.
Roger there, Mike. We'll look for you in the morning. WB6GGY will be clear.
Okay, you're very weak tonight compared to normal. Are you running barefoot or something?
No, I think it's just conditions. It's up and down, in and out.
Maybe. Greg is louder than you are, but that's probably because he has 300 watts and he went back to horizontal, over.
Yeah, see how it is? I had a little bit of an advantage there for a while.
Well, there you go. All of a sudden you just popped up. Something changed.
Yeah, things are up and down here, Mike.
What's going on?
Yeah, Mike, your RF gain is not set right. You need to make sure that the knob on the radio is turned up. Your RF gain was turning down, K6USY.
Roger, 125.
Mike, I'm going to take him down, Van. See if we can. He's weak here, too, so we'll find out what's going on. W86HA,
Okay. Aaron reported my RF gain was tuned way down. That may have been why I was seeing you going up and down so much. But you came, all of a sudden, popped way up real quick, and that might have been something that Aaron was doing with my radio, Phil. 73s, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on 40, hopefully. WB6H, WB6GGY in the group, K6MYC. Anybody else before I go to Nevada?
Sacramento,
756. We got you, Darren. I checked for you earlier, but better late than never. Hi. Good to hear you. I'm not pointed your way now. I'm pointed a little bit north of you, but still pretty good copy. Go ahead, Darren.
I was just trying to make that last ditch effort. Just got back from a store run, so thought I'd pop in and make sure I made the book. With that, carry on. KJ6KFP.
Okay, KJ6KFP 73. And no problem, we got you. Look for you tomorrow night, hopefully, with your smashing 20 watts. Hi. Or is it 8 watts? No, it's 20 watts on 432. 73, Darren. KJ6KFB. Bye-bye, K6MYC.
WB6JNP.
I got you, Dane, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I just looked it up. We got 1 inch rain over the last 24 hours.
Yeah, that's a tad more than we got. Ken, Frank said he had over 2.5 inches in the last 2 days.
Well, looking back over it, yesterday I didn't show anything, but today, like I said, according to the one gauge, it's 1.01 inches to date.
Yeah. Up here, Dane, we got in the last 36 hours, and this was 2 hours ago, and I haven't looked at it since, but as of then, I got 2.5 inches in the last 36 hours up here.
Okay, Frank, yeah, going back
I can go back and look at the graph on it. But going back, we did get quite a bit before, and before that we were at another little over an inch. So yeah, I've got about 2 inches total in the last few days.
Very good, sir. Go ahead, Mikey.
Alrighty. Very good, Dane. Well, I think we got a little less here. I think you guys got more than we did, and Frank got more than you did, and you got more than I did, I think. I don't know. I haven't emptied my rain gauge, and it went to 5 inches probably 2 days ago before this last one, so I won't be able to give you a real indication of how much I got, except either it's quite a bit or not much. I'll empty it tomorrow morning. And we've just been busy every morning, and I got up late and got a late start this morning, and I forgot to go out there, and it was already raining. All right, 7-3, Dane, good evening, and thanks for popping in here. B6JNP, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, the recording gauge, I haven't checked it recently, but these are the digital gauges that show up, so, you know, it's just all these things. Dan always looks at it and says, well, it's not that accurate and all that, and I'm thinking, it's rain.
Yeah. Well, we're getting toward the 11 inches, which is our normal since last May, so we've just about reached our normal amount, and then hopefully we'll get another couple of months of rain. We should rain until May. How much is only questionable, but it means we might get a pretty good rain this year, you know, a little bit more than average, which is wonderful. All right, I'm going to check for one more call into the Sacramento area. If I don't get anybody, I'll go to Nevada, and then we'll wrap this thing up here. 7-3, Dane.
73 is Mike, 73 is Frank, WB6JNP.
Good night.
Anybody else in the Sacramento area? We haven't heard from KW6T for quite a while, or AJ6 Queen Lima. Where are you guys? Well, they're still out. Okay, I'm going to go to Nevada. Here we go. Okay, here we are up into Nevada, looking for KE7UQL or N7WT. N7WT or KE7UQL. Oh, how about it, Daniel? Yeah. Yeah, I hear you're 272. We got you, Daniel. Very, very light, but we got you. It's not readable at the moment. It's you're way down in a fade, and I went back and forth with the antenna, but I can't pull you out. Hang in there a second; it'll probably come roaring up. Stand by, stand by, stand by. I've got to stick my head out the door here. I'm smelling a skunk. Stand by, over. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, Daniel. I smelled quite a strong skunk odor, and the skunks cleaned out my food dish, and somebody's hauled it off. It might have been the raccoons. They're the ones that carry the dishes away. So the dishes are gone, and the skunk smell is out there, and I saw a tail end of a kitty walking away. So they're all three out there tonight. They're all probably hungry after the rain. Anyway, I fed them again. I just put the food on the floor and let it go. It's dry. They'll figure it out. Anyway, sorry about that. KE7UQL, go ahead. K6MYC.
Yes, Roger. KE7UQL is here. We're very, very wet. Very wet, over.
Yeah, good. We're getting rain, too. We had rain all day. It's rained anywhere between, in coarse gold, from about 2.5 inches down to about 1/2 inch where we are, over.
Roger, understood. Now you're up around S7.
Now you're in the room with me.
Okay, very good. Yes, rough weather today, very rough weather, over.
We didn't have any wind. We just had this drizzle all day. Started about 4 o'clock in the morning, I think. Just drizzle. Never came down hard at my place, but Frank said it was going hard and soft at his.
Okay, we had snow coming straight down, over.
Rain was coming straight down for you, huh? But lots of it, huh?
Snow, over.
Oh, you had snow up there, okay. Well, the heck with you then. You stay up in your snow, and I'll stay down here where it's warmer, ha-ha.
Yes, and keep those bad kitties company.
Okay. Well, we'll let you go. We'll look for you tomorrow. We'll look for you tomorrow on 432, Daniel. Band is up and down. You're real strong and then real weak, so it's going up and down like a rocket here. 7-3, my friend, and I haven't heard anything from Larry for a long time. I'll call him one more time, but I don't expect him to come back here. KE7UQL, K6MYC, standing by for N7 Whiskey Tango.
KE7UQL, 7-3.
7-3, Daniel. Okay, nothing heard. We can go back to the Bay Area for late checks and missed and finished up there if you want, Rob.
Okay, sounds good. You want to try for Eddie down in the Bakersfield?
Go ahead. I'll stop in the Bay Area and you go for Eddie. You get somebody down there, I'll swing down.
Antenna, so
KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SR with K6MYC, standing by.
And on 432, I think it's more like 30 watts or something. I'm not sure. It's not a full 50 watts, I don't think.
Eddie, KE6BK, are you on tonight?
Experience on 432 is that I don't have very good propagation.
Well, how about old Bozo 61, KB6RQU? You on tonight, Rick, over?
But that's the way it is on VHF and UHF.
Bozo 61.
Hey, there's Rick. Good to hear you.
Jim, who are you talking to?
Mike, this is Rob, KM6SR. I'm talking to old Bozo 61. He just got on, over.
No, I'm hearing all that, but Jim J&N is talking to somebody underneath him. Hang, I'll pick him up in a second. Say hello to Rick and tell him thanks for checking in. I heard him.
Okay, yep, Rick, Mike says thanks for checking in. He's hearing you, but you're probably not hearing him too good, over.
Trying to operate on this frequency. I don't know if you heard him or not there.
Anyway, thanks for being there, Rick. I heard a funny clink. I guess you didn't have the radio turned on. And
Stand by, Jim, J&N, stand by. So I'll be with you in a minute. We got local chatter here. Stand by.
Okay, Rick. Mike's trying to talk something in the Bay Area. I'll say 73s. Thanks for being there. KB6RQU, KM6SRR.
Very good. Thank you. 73 is hearing you or not, but
7-3, Rick. 7-3. We'll see you tomorrow. 432. 432 tomorrow, Rick. Over. I'm 432 tomorrow, Rob.
Hey, Rick, did you get that copy? Mike was saying he'll see you tomorrow on 432. Over.
Horizontal will give you another Chevrolet unit more than likely.
All right, that's all we can ask. Thanks for trying there. We'll look forward to you tomorrow. KV6RQU, KM6SR, 73. We're doing, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm listening. Hang on, they're talking. J&N, who are you talking to?
What would you call again there? WD6J&N. WD6J&N. Did I get you in coming? No, I don't know, Mike. I don't know what this call is at the moment. It went right out of my brain.
Okay, where did he go? I could hear you and he talking, but I was also fighting local chatter here. Over.
Well, let me come back around this way. WV6JNN. Boy, I'm trying to remember your name now too. Go ahead in San Jose there near the airport. I need to write your call sign down here. Okay, Mike, it's K6HQR, and his name is John. He is not hearing you for some reason, so he may have noise there. I don't know. I swung back around a little bit here. It should give you a better signal.
Does he have a Bozo number? Does he want a Bozo number?
Yeah, John, would you like a Bozo number? Yeah, go ahead and give me a number for him, Mike.
We'll take a number, Rob.
Okay, let me see. The next one we got is 1192.
Okay, 1192, 1192, Jim, and get his location, power, and antennas and polarity.
What's his call sign?
Most of that, Mike. His power is I think he said, I'm not sure what was your power again, John? He says he runs 400 watts. He's in San Jose, near the airport, K6HKQR. And they gave me a Bozo number, John, of 1192, 1192. Go ahead.
What's the antenna and polarity?
Oh, the polarity is it's a 5-element Cushcraft aimed for local FM and vertical, so that's part of the problem here.
No, I can hear him talking. I just can't read him. So if he was horizontal, he'd be fine.
Yeah, I indicated, John, he just reinforced what I said if he had a horizontal.
I need his call sign, Mike.
I'll get it. Just a minute.
He hears you fine, but he can't really make you out very well at the moment. And that's partially the vertical versus horizontal. You'd get 10 to 15 dB more if you were horizontal, John. Yeah, well, sometimes if you aim over to the west, you can get a bounce off the mountains. That's fine. Or just flip it to horizontal. That would do it too, because there are mountains north of us that might reflect, and that's probably where he's getting your signal. Anyway, Mike, that horizontal, either barefoot 705 or a 400-watt amplifier is what he's running, and so they'll give you that information. K6MYC, WDB6JNN.
Okay, vertical at 100 watts and 5-element Yagi. K6 Hotel Quebec Romeo, is that it?
It's K6 KQR, I think.
I can hear him. I heard he started to come up to Q5 at the last of his last transmission, so he should be hearing my 1,500 watts, but not if he's running 400. If he's only running 100, he should be hearing me, unless he's got terrible noise there on the vertical. Get his call sign confirmed. That's what we need. I know his handle is John, and he's in San Jose, but I need the call sign again.
Yeah, I had it wrong, Mike. I had it wrong. It's K06, and you were correct. HQR. I wrote it down, and it looked like a K, but it was an H.
Okay, Kilo Oscar 6, Hotel Quebec Romeo, K06HQR, and I'm relaying this, Jim, to Rob, KM6 SRR, so he can log it in properly under and look him up on QRZ and so on. And John, if you're copying, if you get horizontal, you'll be very good copy over here. Anything horizontal, even if it's a dipole, is better, way better than what you have. K06HQR, K6MYC, Central California near Fresno, over.
Yeah, John, did you hear any of that? Oh, okay, there. Yeah, there you go. But he said any horizontal antenna will probably do better than what you've got, although you do have the balcony situation as well there. So, you know, there's a building in the way, and they're all stucco around this neighborhood, so that's a problem. I used to get on 2 meters from an apartment building, and yeah, I could put the antenna in the window and do pretty well, but certain directions not so well. All right, anyway, glad to make your acquaintance, John. K06HQR WDB6JNN. And by the way, Mike, he's doing 400 watts.
He is running 400. 400 watts is his output?
Yeah, that is the case. But apparently he has some reception issues. He can hear you on the internet, of course.
Can he rotate the antenna, or is it fixed for local?
Yeah, it's just on a railing on his apartment building or whatever. In other words, he's on a railing on a balcony.
Yeah, well, you're about 40 dB stronger than he is, so I'm surprised that he's got 400 watts there. Normally, I should be able to hear it, but a very compromised transmit antenna location and so on. Okay, very good. I'll let you go. Thanks very much. I was going to check and see if there's anybody else late checks or missed, Jim. Late checks or missed for the Bay Area 2-meter Bozo Net. K6MYC listing Bay Area, please. Over. Nothing heard. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be around this late. It's 9 o'clock, guy. You guys might have had some chattiness going on there. Anyway, John, glad to make your acquaintance. I've got things to do here that I just was in the middle of doing some stuff and heard you call, so I thought I'd make your acquaintance. And you can check in again on Sunday night if you're around, and also check again next Wednesday night. And on 432 will be tomorrow night, so you might hear something there too. Don't know what you have there, or if you don't have an amp or an antenna, then maybe not. WDB6JNN.
What is his radio?
John. What was that, Mike?
I said, I heard his 73 is all okay, so he's starting to be Q5 here. What radio is he using?
Yeah, the 705 is right, a 400-watt homebrew amplifier, and a Cushcraft 5-element on the railing there, so probably second floor or something, and maybe, he said it's aimed north, so that's part of the problem.
All things are wrong. On the balcony, you should be able to just go out and loosen the clamp and rotate it horizontal for 2 minutes. Over.
Well, it depends on how it's on there. It might be fairly permanent. Who knows? All right. See you later. WB6J it is.
It said it's an ICOM 705.
Yeah, he's just driving an amp with 705.
Well, then he's got 432 and the other bands. He's got 1296 too, doesn't he?
John, are you still there?
No, 1296 on that radio.
Yeah, do you have antennas on 440?
Well, tell him to check in tomorrow.
And it's for 440 over. I don't have no amplifier for 450 either.
Check in tomorrow, John.
It's on 440 and no amplifier on 440. And he just was using the 705 and was listening on the internet there, Mike mainly. WB6JNN.
Okay. WB6JNN in the group, K6MYC. Well, if he's listening on the internet, he can hear me. So what I would suggest was try to get something on for 432 horizontal. We can hear you even with a 3-element Yagi, or a quad loop or something like that for 432. And 1296 is easy. If you can get a little gain, 10, 12, 13 elements or something more larger. We've got 8 antennas here that are 22 easies, 22 elements at 100 feet looking in your direction on 1296 and 600 watts. So there's a lot of people to work. We work as many people on 1296 as we do on 432 almost. Good evening to you, John. Nice to meet you if you're listening on the stream. Find out if he copied that, will you, Jim? WB6JNN, K6MYC.
Where are you copying?
705 does not do 1296.
He says he copied that. Okay, very good. All right. Well, 73 guys, WB6JNN.
He did or did not hear me?
Yeah, he heard you on the stream.
Okay. Aaron says the 705 does not have 1296. What is the 705? I thought that went all the way to 10 gigahertz or something. Aaron, over?
No, that's the 905.
That was a double. Say it again, Aaron.
Yeah, that's the 905. The 705 is HF 6 meters, 2 meter, and 70 centimeter, but 10 watts only. So he said he's running a 2 meter amplifier. So even if it sounded like he didn't have an amplifier on 70 centimeters, so he would only have 10 watts.
Yeah. You never know. If he puts up a gain antenna, I can hear him. Anyway, enough, John. Nice to meet you, and check in again if you can on 2 meters, and we'll talk you into the rest of the bands from there. I understand your 705 it stops at 432. 73, Jim, thanks for your help there. WB6JNN in the group, K6MYC clear.
Yeah, okay, Mike, very good. And yeah, I've got some stuff to do here, so I've got to get off. WB6JNN in San Jose.
73, Jim. Okay, anything else on this end? Bay Area last check, K6MYC Bozo Net, 2 meters. Nobody out there, boy oh boy. All right, Aaron, good evening to you, 73s. I'm going to go in and get warm. I got my feet on the heater here, but it's still marginal. Good night to you, Rob. Sorry for the interruptions, but you were no stronger for me than Jim was. Jim's just pounding in here tonight from the Bay Area, which is very odd. So very strange conditions. KM6SR and then over to Aaron, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. No, what I was trying to do is get his call sign. While you're talking to him, I can look it up and see if he's a duplicate or not. Then I have a chance to get back to him with his number. So that's why I'm trying to do the call signs. Anyway, and for the guy that Frank was talking about, Paul there from Cook's Communication, I've got a fill-in number that might be a good one for him. That was a duplicate or something one time, or a bad call sign. 559. Think that's a good one for him?
Oh, that'd be fine. Let him have the option.
Hey, Rob, that's an excellent idea. That's one of the things that he said, I waited so long to do this, I'm going to have a number like 1100 or something. I said, yeah, you might be 1200. And so that he would appreciate that, and that would be really cool if he got a number like that over.
Okay, yeah, we can make it happen. I had several other numbers down here. Where did I find them? Okay, I also had 489 and 1012. All three of those are open numbers. Over.
What were the other two?
489 and 1012.
Yeah, he wanted a low number, but the 559, 489 and 489 and 559. Will you assign a number before he checks in by me saying that he wants a Bozo number?
Oh yeah, I can. I guess that's the final call would be what Mike would want or not want. Over.
What do you say, Mikey? Can we hook him up with a number before he checks in?
Yeah, give him 559. Rob will take it. That'll be fine.
Yeah, I was going to text him, Rob, and see which one of those two low numbers he wanted, and then I would text you and you could set it up. Over.
Okay, that's fine. I would think 559 would be the good one for him. That's an area code, easy to remember.
Roger that, and I'm thinking that too, but then he likes the idea of a low number, so I'll give him the option, and I'll let you know which one of the two he chooses. Over.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you, and we'll say goodnight to you, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR, 73. Go in and get warm. And Frank, we'll say 73 to you, W6BBS, KM6SR.
Night, Rob. Good night, Mike.
Good night, Frank. Good night, Rob. Again, over to you, Aaron. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. And yeah, Mike, the 905 is what I was using on Monday when I was up on the hill. So there is a little bit of crossover there. Both the rigs will do 2 meter and 70 centimeter, but 705 goes down and the 905 goes up. So we'll catch you on 432 tomorrow night. K6USY.
There you go. And he seemed to be monitoring the stream, so he probably copied that. Very good. 73 all, K6MYC, DM07, Bozo Net, 2 meter, K6MYC will be clear. Bye-bye.
And good night, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR, 73.
Yeah, good night, Rob. We'll catch you on 432 tomorrow night. Off to the kitchen and do dishes. And good night to everybody on YouTube. K6USY, DM06.
KB6WSC 775.
Last minute check-in. Gotcha. 775, Rob. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Mike.
I'm barefoot now. I'm surprised you're hearing me. I turned everything off here. 73's Mike. Turned everything down and got no power now. 73. WB6, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775 K6MYC. Good night.
73. Good evening, Mike. Thank you. KB6W.